Good morning. Trying to get all my stuff set up here. Hi, Brianna. Good morning. Good morning, Blair. Oh, I see Lucas in the house over there. I see April. Hello, hello. Hi, BPM. Good morning, Leanne. Thank you for the gift. Thank you, thank you. How's everybody doing this morning? My name's Lorena Carr. I'm a psychic medium. We're going to be talking about all kinds of fun stuff today. Well, I don't know if it's going to keep freezing or not. I'm on an island actually. So, Blair, I don't know that restarting my live is going to help. I think though it's just weird connection. And I have no idea if it's been freezing or not, Blair. Only you guys know. But thank you. I see Jesse's in the house. Oh, I'm sorry you're sick, Lucas. Yeah, it did it. It did it yesterday too. It's just the connection here. Everything is moving slow. So I may not stay on very long today. I know I'm an hour early because the time difference here. And we're actually going to go on a Hamilton tour, like an Alexander Hamilton history tour today, because I'm on the island where he was born. And I'm a huge Hamilton fan. So hopefully we'll get some more people in here. So let's tap the screen. Let's get some people in. Um, I am itchy here. It's crazy how like my allergies kick in certain places more than others. I'm going to be going home. We're going to be traveling on Saturday, Lucas, and I'll be home Sunday. I'll be home late Saturday night. How's everybody doing? Good morning. I know it's cold in the States right now, like pretty much everywhere, I feel like. Yeah, I was like negative something. It was in the negatives. It's in the negatives in Indiana. So I'm glad I'm where I am right now. You guys can kind of see the reflection on the window that's in here. You can see the reflection of my view right now. It's kind of nice. Like legit ocean. It's kind of nice. Kind of nice. So I've had an interesting I had an interesting evening last night. Yeah, it's amazing. Um, and actually, I'm not going to be on for the full 2 hours today because again, we have a tour. I haven't eaten breakfast, but I have my, friends. You know what I'm up. I know it's not great for me, but it's perfect. It's not hot at all, Lucas. It's only like 80. Galveston got snow. Like I'm not mad that I'm not in it. I'm perfectly fine being where I am right now for the week. Okay, so here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to try to magically capture all the warmth. I'm going to bring it back. And as I fly over the southern part of the United States on the way home, I'll sprinkle it all with warmth and melt all the snow for you all. How's that? I think it's a great idea. See? I think it's a great idea. So, yeah, I've had really interesting conversations with people this week at this conference. Um, I've done a lot more listening than I have talking. So my husband can preserve his job because I don't need to get him fired because of my opinions. I know it's crazy. Yeah, all the southern states are getting snow right now. It's insane. Yeah, and you guys just aren't equipped for it. You're just not equipped for it. Oh, I'm surrounded by palm trees. They're just blowing right now. So I thought I did bring my Dancing Spirit Oracle deck with me. Oh, I brought my tarot cards too, but I left them inside. So maybe we'll pull some cards today for a little bit. Um, but I always forget that, like on TikTok and on social media, I tend to. Oh, thanks, Moon Mystic. Yeah, I did that instead of a box. It saved a whole bunch of money actually to do that. And then my cards, aren't they pretty? You should buy a set. Free gift of purchase right now. Um, so I always forget that in our social media communities, we tend to be in a bubble and you don't realize it until you get out in the real world and people don't speak the same language you do. Um, yeah. And they say things. A conversation I actually had last night with a highly educated person who actually, when I had said, "Oh, are you going on the Hamilton historical tour today, Alexander Hamilton tour?" And he's like, "No, no," offended that I asked. I'm like, "Okay, cool." I said, "But have you seen the musical?" No, I protested that. Protested that. Nope. Mm-mm. I'm like, why? And Lucas, I am out of the country. I cannot send it to you. I've told you I'm out of the country right now, buddy. Um, so I said, wait a minute. Why? Hi, Paula. I said, why in the world would you like protest a musical about history, literally about one of the founding fathers of our country? I understand if you don't like rap music or if you don't like, and it's not all rap, but like obviously, like it's amazing singing. But it's like I understand if maybe you just don't like the type of music it is. But it's like no, no, it's not realistic. I don't understand why they had to have all those people in it and like make some sort of statement with like it wasn't realistic. Hi, Yessie. So hi, Lillian over there in Facebook. So I had to have a conversation about the meaning behind the meaning behind the entire musical being that our founding fathers were immigrants. And I said they also weren't doing, you know, they weren't doing rap music back then either. They weren't doing musicals back then, as a matter of fact. But that's a whole other thing. It's like they're meeting people where they are. Hamilton was an immigrant. So yeah. And he's like, well maybe I should consider it. Maybe I should consider it. Then maybe you should. So medium soul searcher, we're talking about meeting people where they are. We're talking about energy of the week. I'm going to pull some cards, um, kind of all over the place, really. I wasn't even sure if I was going to be going live today because I'm out of the country, and I apologize if the screen freezes or if we have technical difficulties. Hi, Lace. Good morning over there in the Instagram world. Hi, Jennifer. Ooh, how's your vacation going? Looks beautiful where you were too. Uh-oh. Yeah, so it was interesting. Good morning, Kathy. It was interesting conversations that I've had. And I also had a lady, there was a couple that like legit was like, "Are you still doing that like dance studio thing?" Like it was just some passing fancy. Yeah. It was interesting. Hi, Laura. Yeah, it was just like some weird random thing that I do that I, you know, They've known me for years, by the way. And you just doing that dance studio thing still? And I said, yeah. And they're like, now, what do you specialize in? Tap dance. I'm a tap dancer because I can still do that. And and they were like, well, people still do that. Like I can't, it was like the most condescending conversation. And then the wife goes, well, I mean, I guess those people over in Ireland still do that clogging stuff, and they're pretty famous, I guess. People are so emboldened when they are in what they perceive to be a like-minded crowd to just say things. Have you guys experienced that where you feel like you normally live in your little bubble, you leave your bubble, you go to someone else's bubble, and all of a sudden nothing you say makes sense, nothing they say makes sense, and you're just like, wow, people exist like this? People think like this? These are people with advanced degrees. These are people, I know, right, April? I mean, it's crazy. So to answer your question, medium soul searcher, I am in Nevis, St. Kitt's, Nevis, the birthplace of Alexander Hamilton. I'm a CNA and a medium. I don't know what I was like, you should still do that nursing thing. Exactly. Like I literally danced for 50 years. I went to college performing, dance performance major. Like, and now I run a studio. Like I'm doing exactly what I set out to do. And when people say things like, are you still doing that dance thing? People still do that? Well, I love that movie, White Christmas. They tap dance at that. I'm like, they tap dance in just about every musical anymore also. There's on Broadway, like in current modern day. Good morning, Katie. Hello, hello. How are you feeling, my friend? Also, what are you guys sipping on? Tell me, what are you guys sipping on? It's spirit signs and sips. What are you guys sipping on? Matt, my husband went and found I am in St. Kitt's, Nevis. St. Kitt's, Nevis, the birthplace of Alexander Hamilton. I am not throwing away my shot. So I'm going to be going on a 3-hour tour later. For the history of the island and Alexander Hamilton. So I'm excited. So how many of you have seen Hamilton or know the soundtrack or know the music or at least know the plot line? The trip is interesting, Katie. I've met all kinds of interesting people. Yes, Lucas, he died because he was from the 1700s. But he also, Aaron Burr, sir. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, XX2XX. But be careful. Scammers will reach out to you. Don't. I usually tell people don't put that kind of stuff in the chat, not because I don't care, but because I do have scammers. So just know I will never DM you. Yeah. So, but sending you lots of love and healing energy. I'm so sorry for your loss. Oh, that's awesome, Heather. Oh, it's such a good show. Such a good show. We saw it in Chicago, and actually what's interesting is Wayne Brady played Aaron Burr. Yeah. Yeah. And he was on point. It was so good. It was so good. So how do you guys do that? So now we're in a time where we're in transition here in America, and the whole world is watching, and the world turned upside down. All I can think about is like the musical and how on point that the music and the everything is from that musical. And it just very befitting for the time that we're going through. How I thought, that'd be important this week for me to check in, see how you're doing, see how you're feeling. No matter what side of the aisle you're on. But, I know for me, I've had to make a point to rest. I'm healing my knee still, reset, because I know when I get back home, there's going to be a lot of work to do, a lot of energetic work to do. And I don't know that I'm going to be quiet about it. I don't know that I'm going to be quiet about it. So, you know what though, Moon Mystic Medium, I don't know that I am, because there was a commitment made to Jackie Onassis Kennedy, a promise made that it would, all that stuff would not be released until like so many years after, to protect their family's privacy. So I don't know. I have a lot of mixed feelings about that. I think if it were, I don't know how I'd feel, to be honest. I don't know how I'd feel. Good morning, Alyssa. If I were family. Have you started taking the Christmas stuff away? What are you talking about, Lucas? No. I mean, oh yeah. No, it's not all down, but it's mostly down. I just, with my knee surgery, I didn't have time to get it all done. The tree's still up, but everything else is put away. Good morning. Yeah, so I mean, like there were like Jackie Onassis did a complete expose video, and it's locked away in a vault. And the producers committed to her that it would not be released until like 50 years after her grandchildren's death or something like that. I'd have to look up the I'd have to look up the details on that. But yeah, she had done a full expose video at one point. And I don't know what all is in the JFK files. I don't know what all is going public. But even then, I don't know that I could really trust anything that's coming out. If I'm being honest, I'm not trusting things these days. So, but how would you all feel if something like that happened to your loved one, and then instead of respecting your privacy as a family, they just put all that out there? I'm sorry to hear that, Alyssa. Is this like your family? Or are you talking about someone else's story? Okay. Yeah, I don't know that I'd want that to be public knowledge, you know. I might be. Actually, I'm in a great location. Energy's feeling good. I might do some readings. We'll see. We'll see what spirit brings. There is so much noise around here. You could tell everybody's just like doing their thing. Like before I logged on, there was, for an hour straight, they were mowing the lawn out back here. But the grounds are beautiful. So, and I'm looking straight at the ocean. It's amazing. The Caribbean Sea. I need to go out to the water today. I have not done that yet. Hi, Coco. How's everybody? How are you doing? I'm just babbling at this point. I'm not even like talking about anything amazing, but other than checking in with your, oh, you were trying to help our mom. Okay. Okay. I will. I'll have to look into that. Thanks for that. Yeah. You know what's interesting? I do know a lot of mediums who do investigative work, or they'll work with investigators. Yeah, as you should, Coco. I am also doing the same. I know a number of mediums who work with investigators, who work with police to solve cases, to solve, mysteries, to solve like cold cases even, and have been successful, have been very successful. Um, so very interesting. That's not something that's not really in my wheelhouse. I don't know that I don't think that I couldn't do it. I'm just not, I don't know that I could. I don't know. How about you all? If you guys all could do that work, if you could, would you? Wow. But like understanding that you'd be potentially out on an investigation, out doing it. You know what I mean? Like I don't know. As a mom, I don't know that I don't know. I'd have to think about it. But I've never really gotten the calling to do it. And I believe you have to be, yeah, I think you'd have to be in a good, healthy mental space for it, because even just that investigation, that type of work, even as a police officer, as an investigator, that's a lot. That's a lot of emotion you'd carry. And I agree, Annie. Like you feel like as a mom, you'd be helping with closure for other mamas. I'm with you. I agree with that. Um, and but you definitely would have to be, you personally would have to be in a good place mentally to be able to take on that kind of work. You'd have to have a good support system, I believe. And that's the same with any kind of spiritual work, to be honest. Like, that's what my hubby said. It would be emotionally draining. Yeah. Yeah. I think you have to be, because my wheels turn once I get something in my head. I don't think I could, it wouldn't stop, and I would not be able to let it go until I knew, right? Um, so you'd have to be, but it's no different. Like when you're doing mediumship, when you're doing this kind of work, when you're working with people that are in grief. Yes, Samantha, if it's your soul's purpose. I did have a really great conversation last night with, actually, what's funny is one of my husband's clients is someone I went to high school with his wife. And so we had a blast hanging out and talking and catching up last night. But um, his brother, like he comes from a long line of pastors, but he's a very religious person, but he's such a kind soul, and he does such like amazing things. He's like the good guy in religion, you know? And we had a really great conversation about recognizing and purpose. So bring to your point, Samantha, if it's your soul's purpose, right? Um, and that's amazing, Lexi. Just to publicly announce your medium on Facebook, and it was free. That's amazing. Good for you. It's like coming out of the closet, isn't it? It's weird, but it's a thing. Um, but it was a really great conversation because he started to apologize for something. And I said, no, don't do that. Do not apologize. I said, you are a light. You bring joy. You bring healing. You give money to people, like you donate to people who are doing the right thing. Like you're living your soul's purpose. You're living your soul's purpose. Lexi, you know what I end up having? I end up having people go, in Matthew 20, blah, 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 like people would start quoting the Bible. Just wait, that's coming. Telling me how it's evil and terrible for me to be a medium. That's what I got. And then you'll get flooded with the spam texts of, my so and so just passed, and can you connect for free? That guy was shown to me and flipped to showing me an text the next day. Oh wow, interesting. That's crazy, moon mixed up. Um, so I think it's important to live your soul's purpose. And if your soul's purpose is not to go down the path of finding missing persons or cold cases or things like that, then that's not your soul's purpose, you know? everyone has their own purpose. And so he and I had a really great conversation about, he and I are both healers. I heal through dance. As a dance teacher, I heal. And because I give kids or even adults the grace and space to explore, to understand the physical side of who they are. We are three bodies. We are mental, physical, and spiritual beings, right? And what better way to honor your body than to dance, to let it speak, and my job is to allow people to find healing to do that. I feel my sole purpose is to help others, but everyone always says I don't take good care of my own. And that is a big deal. Yourself, yeah, you've got to take care of yourself. It's no different than when they tell you if the cabin loses pressure on an airplane, put your mask on first. You've got to take care of yourself. Now, do you have to be in perfect mental, physical, spiritual shape to be able to help others? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. You can still be on your journey and still help others, but also recognize your boundaries, recognize your limitations. It's so important to be able to say, I don't know that I can do that. Recognize your limitations, recognize what you can and cannot do. Recognize where you are on your journey. Sometimes spirit will use, like a lot of times, spirit will use my own life experiences to get me to say something to a person, to get me to say certain words to a person in a reading. And it may mean something completely different to them, but they've had to use my database. They've had to use my Rolodex, right? To get me to say something and relate to this person without seeing their life. Let me go back and see. I met someone at a Halloween party. My guides told me he was and his victim came forward. That's crazy. Yeah, you've got to protect yourself, mind, body, and spirit. Oh yeah, and vampires. I tell you what, energy vampires are the worst, man. But you know what? I get those fellow mediums are also energy vampires. You know, I feel that, Alyssa. I'm 53 and doing the same thing. It's up and down, up and down. But it's important to recognize your limitations. So it's really good that with everything going on in the US, that I'm not in the US right now. Good morning, Jen. It's good for me to have distance and space. And I'm healing my physical body. I had surgery 2 weeks ago, healing my physical body, um, giving my spirit a rest, giving my mental health a rest, and resetting my energy. So when I go back and I'm ready to plug back into work, that I'm ready to work because my mind, body, and spirit are rebalanced, recalibrated. May I ask if you have a normal full time? You seem like a good speaker. Just wondering. Good question. I actually own a dance studio. And because that's nights, weekends, basically, it is full time because I run a business. And then I do this also like during the day and on weekends. So I pretty much work 7 days a week, but I don't go to a 9 to 5 necessarily because I own two businesses. So, and yes, and you know what? And thank you for asking so kindly, Annie. I appreciate that. The U.S. is not the same as when you left just a few days ago. Oh, wow. I'm terrified to go back, especially to Indiana. Kind of terrified, but I'm not going to leave. I'm not going to live in that energy. And this is what is important. If there are a lot of marginalized communities that are very afraid right now, and I think it's important for me as a spiritual practitioner, as a minister. That's so weird to say, as someone who holds space for people, that I have to meet both sides where they are. I know, right, Alyssa? That's my view right now. The military showed up there in Texas. Are you kidding me? And I like, um, what, Austin? They're going into like, well, they've been building concentration camps down there. They're they've been building them for 4 years now. So just so you're aware, probably 8 years. Um, And that's not me making stuff up. Like, that's fact. It's an actual fact. They've been building buildings down there. So, um, it's -4 in Maine. I know. It's like it's supposed to be 80 today here in Nevis, and I am not upset about it. When somebody was like, "Oh, it's hot today," I'm like, "Girl, get over it. It's not -4." So I'm trying to like warm myself so when I go back. Oh no. Well, I keep freezing because the internet's not great here. Um so anyway, there's a lot going on. There's a lot going on in the States, and this is only week one. There's a lot of people that I feel like I've got it. I have to reset my energy so I can hold space for people, and be a safe space for people, especially just locally in where I live. Um, so we'll see how things go. But I thought I would at least come on for a little bit and check in, see how people are doing, um, see how things are going. Again, I'm not going to be on the, like, normally I'm on for a couple of hours, but because the internet's not great, buildings for detainment, lots of them, similar to the ones that I saw in Germany. They've been building them for a while. Hi, Heather. Good morning. What's up, sister? Um, yeah, there were billionaires that, or millionaires that have volunteered their land for that and got tax breaks for it. So we're funding it. They've had this planned for a while. That's why they're doing what they're doing and the way that they're doing it. On day one, they're able to round people up because they have a place to put them in Texas. So, um, it's very scary, the direction we're going. And so, as spiritual practitioners, we have to be prepared, mind, body, and spirit, to be here. To, to be, we are in the age of Aquarius. We are in this transition into divine feminine. We are doing this. Um, yep. Yeah. It, it's crazy. It's crazy. And this is not me trying to be political. This is a fact. Like, this is known that they've been building, it's out there on the interwebs, that they've been building buildings for detainment. This has been a plan for a very long time, and it's not okay. It's not okay. So, um, but how do we help? How do we help? A lot of us are just kind of frozen in our tracks right now, trying to figure out what to do and where to put our energy, how to create safe spaces, because there are no safe spaces now. Like, churches are no longer sanctuaries. Schools are no longer sanctuaries. They're allowed to go into schools and take children. I'm not making this up. These are actual legal things. So we'll see. A lot of people are losing jobs right now too, because DEI was eliminated too. In the middle of it all, we have communities here. Yeah. So how do we as spiritual practitioners step in? How do we hold space for people? Yeah, my daughter's an ENL teacher in Indiana. Slightly terrified. Yeah. Yeah, Heather. It's Here we are. But this is what half the country wanted. So I guess that's where we are, you know? Um, yeah. But you know what? Then listening to conversations here at this event that my husband is at, listening to people speak and the things that they were saying, I'm like, wow, you feel super safe in the company you're keeping right now to be able to say the horrible things that you're saying right now. And like, because it's not my place to step in and say, and like say things and get my husband fired. Um, I have to, I have to choose words carefully. So how do we choose words carefully? How do we step into those conversations and say gracefully, I think really, how about, but what if you looked at it from this side, this point of view? You just get called woke. You just get called names and shut down. So sometimes you have to read the room, read the audience, and understand that no matter what you say, it's going to fall on deaf ears. But I will say, I was really proud of myself for correcting, not correcting, but presenting a side of just having the conversation about Alexander Hamilton, um, the musical Hamilton, and how the person was like, no, I didn't see that. It was stupid how they didn't like, how they felt the need to put like other people, like instead of just like that, other people in there, because that's not what it was like. It's not realistic. And I had to explain, but they were meeting people where they are. They are okay. They also didn't have rap music. They also didn't have dancing. There's a lot of things that they didn't have. This was a representation, but in order to get kids interested in, yeah, they said out loud said that out loud, as if it was fact, like everyone just understood what they were saying. And I said, you do know that Alexander Hamilton was a Creole immigrant. Like, I mean, he was like an immigrant. You do know that, right? So, and so we're all the founding, like that's the founding fathers. Like we're all immigrants. Like, how do you think this country started? We're in full rebellion. We left another country to come here and be free of tyranny and forced religion. Like, it's a thing. It's a thing. And here we are. So, and I said, but what they've done is they've taken this story because they were immigrants. What does our modern day immigrant look like? Right? Our modern day immigrant doesn't look like us 9 times out of 10. So they took the modern day immigrant, put it to modern day music, modern day choreography, and made it interesting and relatable to children and to students and to people in our communities. That if it were to play out today, if it were to play out that way today, that's what it would look like. And he was like, oh, well, I guess you're right. I hadn't thought of that. All right, Lorinda. You may have convinced me. I might go see it. I said, it is an amazing musical, and it really does tell a lot. And I said, like this, it was real. Like the Schuyler sisters are real. They were the daughters of a New York senator, So it was interesting. Pup for a walk, Miss Molly May. Oh, I hope you heal well. Oh, thank you very much, Alyssa. I appreciate you coming in and sharing today. I want to come over in December. Okay, Lucas. Well, if they still live there, we can do that to watch it because of a musical. And I thought it was so neat. It's amazing. Hamilton the musical is genius. I know I keep freezing is because I'm on an island. I'm sorry that the internet's not 100% great here. Um, so I'm sure that's why I've got low views today. Like 11 people in here, but you know what? It's okay. So, but so to answer your question, Heather, like he ultimately, and I actually ended up having this conversation not once but 3 times, 3 times, and all of them did not like the fact that the cast was not white. They did not like that the cast was not all white. Yeah. So there's that. So I'm excited to go on the tour today, see where Alexander Hamilton was born, because he was an orphan. He left this island. I do know, like, he was 14 and was taken under the tutelage of a very wealthy real estate person uh, back then. I know it keeps freezing, but it's a great musical. So if you haven't seen it, it was on Disney Plus for a while. I don't know if it still is or not. So if you got Disney Plus, check it out. See if you can get it. If not, I'm sure it's hijacked on the internet somewhere. It's been around long enough now. You could probably find it. But it's a great musical. And it's a telling of his life, of an actual founding father's life. And one of my favorite scenes is at the very end, when, because I'm a medium, because I work in the spiritual realm, one of my favorite scenes was when Aaron Burr, when they were doing the duel, Hamilton, it's called Hamilton, Lucas, when they had the duel, and and the pew pew goes off, right, and Hamilton points to the air, and then Aaron Burr does not. It goes still. It just stops, and he goes into that, in between, that moment where you reflect on your life. And it's just interesting to. It's one of my favorite scenes, because he's reflecting on, like, I'm going to meet Washington on the other side. I'm going to be my son on the other side. He's like, and then he's like, Eliza, take your time. I'll be here on the other side waiting for you. And it's such a beautiful, beautiful moment. If nothing else, listen to the soundtrack. Okay. So those of you that are not in the know, if TikTok is freezing really bad, go over to Moon Mystic Mediums and Instagram. She said it's much better. It's not freezing and I wonder, I bet because I'm on StreamYard, on the streaming program on my laptop. I'm on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. So you might want to check it out. Check out one of my other platforms, Lorena Carr Medium. And so, but that's one of my favorite scenes, actually, is when he goes, it's just like just before he loses the duel, using my words carefully, before he loses the duel, he has that life reflection. When your life flashes before your eyes, you start thinking, okay, so if this is the end. And the thing is, he was known for his understanding. Like, he never thought he would live long. To him, he lived twice as many years as what he thought he would. So how, as a spiritual practitioner, that makes my wheels turn, and I've had that happen, where people that have crossed over when they're younger, they knew that they weren't going to live past a certain age. And so they lived like it was going to be, that they were running out of time. There's a whole song. Why do you write like you're running out of time? So yeah, listen to the soundtrack, if nothing else. It's excellent. They did turn it into a movie, Lucas. They did not a movie, but it's Hamilton the musical. It's a Broadway production, and they had it on Disney Plus for a while during COVID. So you can look it up online. Hamilton the musical by Lin-Manuel Miranda. But it received all kinds of awards, and it's fantastic, and it's a musical depiction of history, and that's where I am. I'm on the island where Hamilton was born, so kind of feeling the vibe, kind of feeling the energy. So what I really thought would be cool is later, when I'm by myself, if I could go out to the beach and sit and meditate and see if I can pull his energy in. And that would be more of a personal thing. It's not like I'm going to put that out on the internets, right? I wouldn't do that, but like, just because that's happened. Actually, that happened when I went to Van Gogh, when I went to the Van Gogh Museum. Again, it's not something I'm just gonna be like, okay, and then I channeled Van Gogh. No, not like that. It was more of the energy stepped in and was explaining. I think I talked about this on another live once, was explaining the his thought process. Um, okay, awesome, Yessie. Thanks for looking. Yeah, I shouldn't be freezing on the others because I'm on my laptop, but my phone's just not doing it. Oh, sorry about that, Heather. She said those palm trees are making me nauseous. So yeah, I won't be offended if you guys go find me on Facebook, Lorena Car Medium, because it's Facebook, YouTube, and Instagram. I'm streaming live on all those. But I think asking for the energy to come in and making it's more, again, more of a personal journey, saying, what did you think about this? Sitting on the beach out there. Did you ever sit on this beach? Was this someplace that you frequented? Where, so when I go on that tour today, I'm going to invite Alexander Hamilton's energy in to go on the tour with me, to give me that extra insight. And again, that's more personal for me than it would be like me putting it out on the internet, I guess. But it was really interesting because getting that same energetic impression, that feeling of Van Gogh, he surprised me on that. I didn't call him in. It was like all of a sudden I was getting thoughts. I'm like, these are not my thoughts. Also, what the heck? I was really thrown off by it. I had to ask for clarification on it. I was like, seriously? It was really cool though. He was like, no, I don't know why that picture's up there. I hated that picture. I was learning how to do noses. I was trying to teach myself how to do noses. I was working on faces because I was terrible at doing faces. Like, and I'm like, oh my gosh, this is like, what? Okay. So I'm hoping that I get that same energy going into the Hamilton tour today. That's what I'm going to invite in and get that perspective, hopefully. The extra commentary as the tour guides are telling us things that maybe we'll get that inside scoop from the man himself, which would be funny. I'm interested to hear what kind of voice it comes in as, because when Van Gogh came in, I did hear a bit of an accent, but it wasn't a disembodied voice. It's hard to explain. It's like still my tone, but with an accent. It's really hard to explain how that information came in. And then it just became a knowing. It wasn't that I was hearing it. It wasn't clairaudient anymore. It was a knowing. And I was just kind of sitting there giggling to myself. I'm like, this is crazy. Is this really happening right now? So I'm hoping I can do that again for this tour. I'll keep y'all posted. I'll let you know how it goes next Thursday. So yeah, but I'm excited about the tour. It's in a couple of hours. What questions do y'all have? Y'all been quiet today, probably because I'm glitchy, and I'm not really doing cards. Hey, I could pull some cards. You guys want me to pull some cards while we have some time? Let's pull some cards for all. Let's see, 1, 2, and also, oh yeah, I see the angry face, but I think that's because I was talking about things that were not cool. Excellent, Moon Mystic Medium. Since you're the first to say yes, then I will pull a card for you first. Actually, you know what? Let's do a collective first, then I'll pull you a card. How's that? Okay, let's see. And also, just so you guys know, like if you're on Instagram, it is like a 10-second delay or something. It's like it's delayed in Instagram. So if I don't respond to you, I guess for me, I feel like it's delayed, but okay. So let's pull. Hi, Shelly. Let's pull a collective card, a collective energy card for the day. And then we'll do, I'll pull some cards for you all. Okay, let's see. What does Ooh, crown chakra for today. I kind of love that actually. The crown chakra. So let me read it for you. The crown chakra resonates with divine music, guiding our spiritual journey. It opens to higher consciousness, harmonizing the soul with universal wisdom and enlightenment. But also, I feel like the crown chakra is really challenging us to step into the energy of the knowing. It's the opening the crown chakra. So, like for me, I was just talking about how I would love to connect to Alexander Hamilton when I go on this tour, invite his energy to come in and like narrate for me the tour, like Van Gogh did when I was at the Van Gogh display. Um, oh, yes, Marty, you're right. I forgot. That's funny. I love that. Good memory. Um, but also, I feel like this is a good call for all of us to remember that we all have intuition. We all can connect to spirit. We are made of spirit. That's in essence what we are. We're in the embodiment of spirit, right? So we have the ability to open that crown chakra and listen to our intuition, right? So we can invite spirit in, we can invite messages in, we can invite the intuition to know and allow the information to flow through the crown, through our bodies, so we know. Invite it in. All right. So I guess if you'd like, since I'm here I like Heather, you were dropping the palm trees. I think we should do palm trees. I love that. Let's do it. Let's do it. So if you'd like a card, if you give permission to get a card, I'll just do random since there's not that many people watching. So if you all stick around long enough, you'll probably all get a card. Okay, let's see here. All right, Moon Mystic. I already said you could have one. Rising Phoenix. A rising phoenix symbolizes rebirth. Through a spiritual journey, the dance embodies transformation and renewal, reflecting the power of overcoming adversity and emerging stronger, vibrant, and full of life. So the rising phoenix is that reassurance that we're going to come up from something, that we're going to rise from the ashes, that we are going to, that we can come up from that, right? You're always getting rebirth. Well, you know what? It's because you're on this spiritual journey. I think there's relevance to that, and that rebirth is not overnight. It doesn't just happen. It's over long periods of time. Um, all right, let's see. Who else? Palm trees. Palm trees. If you'd like to get a card. All right. How about we do? I'm just going to go through and start getting y'all. See, telling you, Moon Mystic, it's right there. Kathy, you've been here for a long time. Dancing spirit. Kathy, you get the dancing spirit. That means you have to go have a dance party in your kitchen today. Dance is the hidden language of the soul, a conversation between bodies that expresses what words cannot. When we dance, we connect with the universe. It's in these movements that we find the rhythm of life. Dancing is a whisper of the heart, transcending time and space, making our spirits soar eternally in unison with all that is and ever will be. And this is the name of my deck, by the way. I love my deck. I love it, love it, love it. Let's see, who else? And thank you, Kathy. Hi, Mac. How are you? I'm just pulling cards. If people are dropping the palm trees if they want a card. But the TikTok is pretty glitchy, so you might want to go into the Facebook or YouTube or Instagram. It's pretty glitchy because I'm on an island. All right, let's see here. Let's go. Good morning, Lori. How about, let's do a card for Lucas. Lucas, ancestors. Our ancestors danced through the veil of time and space. Their steps a spiritual journey and echoing across generations, weaving history and legacy into the rhythm of our lives. That's for you, Lucas. So, Lucas, this tells me you love history, my friend, and I think today you need to go study some history. I know you're not feeling well and you're sick today, but I feel like you can also ask your ancestors that are in spirit, all those loved ones that have passed before you, to come in and help your healing and help you feel better. Okay. Thank you, Lucas. All right. Let's see here. Heather. Heather, healing. Healing is it. Oh, you're going to love this, Heather. It's us when we were kids having that dance party in your room. Healing is a dance with the inner child who never stops dreaming, cherishes laughter, and yearns for joy. In this life walk, we must learn to sway to the rhythm of our deepest emotions while twirling through pain and leaping towards healing. By honoring our inner child, we embrace the purest part of our soul, discovering the music within that guides us to wholeness and harmony. This card is all about healing that inner child, doing the inner work, and recognizing how um, how it's time to embrace that inner child, forgive it, love on it, give it the attention and um, love that she didn't get when she was little. Okay, and becoming one and accepting that inner child. So you're welcome, Heather. Love you, sis. Okay, let's see, Curiosity, Shelly Hunt. Curiosity, remain ever curious like a dancer. Oh, shoot. Hang on. I got to do the thing over here on the TikToks with the puzzle. There we go. Remain ever curious like a dancer, exploring new rhythms and steps. Each day is an opportunity to twirl through the mysteries of the universe with wonder in your heart. In this dance of discovery, our curiosity leads us to infinite growth and deeper understanding. So this is saying today, be curious. Ask the questions, ask and ask people their thoughts, be curious about them, ask where they are on their journey, how they're feeling. Read something new, be curious, read a new book, watch a new TV show. I don't do something different. Yeah, do something different. So that's for you, Shelly Hunt. All right, let's see. Angel, let's do Angel. All right, I'm just bouncing all over the place, by the way, because there's not that many people watching me on all platforms combined. So hang tight. We're getting there. Release is for Angel. Release negativity like shedding old skin and dance freely towards the light, embracing each step of your journey with open arms. I feel like this is a really good message, not just for Angel, but kind of for all of us in that energy of fear right now. Fear and change and not knowing what's happening and fearing for our loved ones right now. It's if we live in that fear, we're going to keep pulling it towards us. And it's very important. Yeah, I know, Paula. I know. It's just because of where I am. Oh, okay. Got it, Melissa. Oh, yeah, I did know that. I knew that. So, Angel, release it. We're going to have to shed some energy or have to shed that layer so we can step into the energy of what does need to be done, where we do need to focus our on. So, all right, let's see. How about Amy? Amy. Ego. In the sacred realm of spiritual work, leave no room for the ego to cast its shadow. Only in the humility of selflessness can we truly unveil the divine wisdom that resides within the heart and soul. Now, also, I feel like, Amy, this is also a message for you that says, be careful not to get in your own way, because sometimes our ego can tell us we don't deserve something. It can tell us that we shouldn't be happy. It can also tell us that we should be harder on ourselves or that we're not enough. And that can be just as dangerous as someone who's like, oh, I'm amazing all the time, and I'm always right, and being very egotistical and what we know as egotistical. But right now I feel like Spirit's calling you to get out of your own way and be nicer to yourself. Okay. You do deserve things and embody that kind side of your ego. There we go. Mac, do you want a card? I know you do. I'm going to pull one for you. Since you're one of 3 people in my TikTok live, it's glitchy, so I get it. Balance. Ooh, balance. Our spiritual journey requires the delicate balance of mind, body, and spirit as we pirouette through life's complexities. Let's clear our energies, align each step with the soul's rhythm, transforming every motion into a healing art and every breath into a rejuvenating embrace of our inner cosmos. So today, you're going to be focusing on balancing, just finding a little bit of balance. I feel like you have to balance between work and play today, fun and not fun. Find a better balance. Okay, I feel like there's a lot of hecticness around you, and this could be this could be your call to find a way to recalibrate. So there you go. Arms are tingling. That's your sign. Hey, Robin, I see you over there. This is the Dancing Spirit Oracle deck. This is mine. I made it. Dancing Spirit Oracle deck. It comes with a cute little bag, and you can go to my website and purchase it. There's a link tree in my bio. Yeah, I made these. You're welcome. All right, let's see. Melissa, are you still here? Are you still watching? If not, you're still going to be able to see this on TikTok or on YouTube. So if I do glitch out, by the way, on TikTok, all these are recorded on other platforms. You can always go back. If you get a reading and I like glitch out, then you can always go back and rewatch it. All right. Spirit animals. I love this for you, Melissa. Spirit animals often emerge as silent guides. Oh, interesting. Weaving through the tapestry of our souls, offering whispers of ancient wisdom and guiding us toward the essence of our true selves. I feel like that's pretty on point for you right now. Because I feel like Marty probably comes to you through animals right now. We may have talked about this, now I just don't remember, but he comes through as animals. And so just keep that in mind. There's something he's talking about birds. Yeah, there's a bird. He's like some sort of bird. Oh, I wish I could remember our conversation the other night. Now I don't remember it. Shoot. I always feel bad that I don't remember people's stuff, but I kind of don't, because then I know that when it comes through, it's authentic, I guess. So, all right, let's see who else. I've done Amy, I've done Heather, I've done Melissa. Paula, let's get one for Paula. And then April, I'll catch you next. How's that? Hi, Allison. Shadows. Embark on the profound journey within, where shadow work becomes the lantern illuminating the depths of the self. In the mirror of self-reflection, embrace the alchemy of transformation, for it is in understanding that our shadows, that we find the radiant light of spiritual evolution. So you are being called to do different. I was talking to a different April Hensel, but I'll circle back and get you too, girl. I didn't even know you were in here. Okay, cool, Melissa. I feel better. All right. So Paula, shadow work today. I feel like you're dancing with your shadows. I feel like it's a fine line of feeling like something's looming over your shoulder, but when you look over your shoulder, you realize it's just a shadow of yourself. Does that make sense? And I feel like you're just kind of there's something following you around energetically. And I don't mean that like an actual bad energy. There's something that's kind of following you around and it feels like it's looming. And I think it's just something that something that you're going to be facing soon and realizing. And I feel like today you might have that realization of, oh my gosh, I totally understand why this is coming to me the way it is. And it's like this weird reflection of, why is this triggering me? I feel like you've had to say the words, why is this triggering me? So hopefully that makes sense to you, Paula. Why is this triggering me? And you're starting to realize, oh, okay. I feel like something comes out of the shadows and you start realizing. So started on it yesterday. Okay. All right. So April Kimberly, I got yours, and then I'll go to April Hensel. How's that sound? All right. April Kimberly, grounding. Okay. Nature's rhythm, a gentle guide, keeps us grounded, reminding us of life's flow and our place within its perpetual dance. So this is for you, April Kimberly. And I feel like this is probably a good thing for you to do today, is just when I feel like there's some people around you that you're going to want to like either change your energy up here, or there's something about you being up here and you're going to have to come down. You're going to have to like come down and get your feet rooted in the ground, because otherwise you might either get too far off in la la land, or you're going to go off on somebody. I feel like there's a trigger around you. Oh, okay, Paula, that makes sense. So April, get grounded. April, you're grounded. All right. So we'll do April Hensel next. And then I'm going to bounce over here, and I owe Yessie a card. Like big time. She helps me out so much. So for those of you who are in TikTok, it's super glitchy. You might actually do better popping over to my YouTube or Facebook or Instagram, because I'm streaming. Hi, Kara. Good morning. Yeah, my husband triggers me. See, there we go, April. I'm glad it makes sense to you. Get grounded before you have those conversations. All right, let's see here. April Hensel. Let's see. Align your spirit with the universal equilibrium as each step mirrors the dance of the stars, choreographing peace within you and around you. I feel like you are getting your shock. I feel like it's not the chakra card, but I feel like there's some things that you're aligning today, that you're energetic. You've been kind of scattered. But I know you've also been working a lot. So I feel like this is feeling like you need to just kind of realign your energies. Realigning your energies is going to be very important for you today, just so you can get everything, because it feels very scattered. I feel like you need some rest and you need to get things back in line, and you'll start feeling better. Ask your ancestors to help with the alignment. All right. All the other socials are great. TikTok is super glitchy. Yeah, it's just because it's on my phone. That's all. All right. So now I'm moving over to Yessie. What does Yessie need to know? All right, Yessie. Throat chakra. Whoop, girl, you got to speak your truth today. The throat chakra enables self-expression as seen through the arts, guiding the spiritual journey. It harmonizes movement and voice, and unveiling inner truths and fostering deep personal growth. So I feel like for you, Yessie, I feel like you get like either paint something or make something, do some Play-Doh. Actually, I feel like creating something today is going to be a really good outlet for you energetically. And it's going to allow you to voice something for you. I don't know, make a TikTok. It could be fun. I feel like you've got to do something energetically to create. Like you're taking all this stuff that's here, all this energy, and you need to bring it. And then, good, April Hensel, you deserve to lay around today. But I feel like also I feel like speaking your truth. And I feel like doing something that helps you create is going to allow you to do that. And thanks for everything you do for me. I appreciate you. All right. And Kara, would you like a card? If you'd like a card, if you haven't had a card yet, you can drop a palm tree in the chat. Palm tree. Because I got palm trees. I'm in a warm place this week. It's amazing. And actually, I'm going to be wrapping up soon because my husband's meetings ended at 11. He's going to be back in the room soon. So let's get these knocked out. Kara, if you're around, I'll pull you a card. Okay, you're welcome. All right, let's see here. Rhythm. Ooh, I love this card. I love all the cards, if I'm being honest. Life's spiritual journey is like a rhythmic tap dance, echoing the heartbeat of our existence. With each step, we create a beat of growth and consistency, tapping into the pulse of learning. It's in the tapping, synchronized with our heart's rhythm, that we dance towards enlightenment and understanding while being assured we are still human. So I feel like just kind of finding your groove today. I feel like it's important for you to find your groove. You feel a little scattered and kind of bouncing all over the place. Like you're trying to take care of a lot of things, and it's okay, but find a good equal balance of getting in a groove. I feel like you need to get into a groove and find your routine. I feel like you've been out of routine. So allow yourself to kind of get back into your routine today, because then you're going to be able to like recenter and reground. And do your breathing exercises so you can work with your spirit guides and focus on your heartbeat and your breathing. There you go. You're welcome, Yessie. Thank you for everything. Like, appreciate you. So very scattered today. Yeah. So find your rhythm, find your groove. And they're saying just get into your pattern, do some routine stuff and some breathing. Autumn, looks like you would like a card too. Ha, I love that, Autumn. All right, Autumn, here's a card for you. Gratitude. Embrace the stillness within. In the quietude of your soul, find the whispers of wisdom that guide your journey. Today, let gratitude be the melody of your heart and compassion the compass of your actions. So for you, Autumn, I feel like it's going to be important when you're feeling stressed out to go, okay, well, you know what? I'm grateful that I woke up today. I'm grateful that I have a roof over my head. Like, I feel like there's a lot of things that are pulling your attention and you're really stressing out. And it's not like, okay, well, you have to be thankful because you're not homeless. Not like that. It's finding gratitude for spirit, finding gratitude and understanding that when you want to manifest, when you want to bring things into your existence, having gratitude that you already have it is the key to manifesting. It's like, I deserve it. I know. It's like letting your ego step out of the way and just understand that you do deserve happiness. You do deserve spirit. You do deserve the things that you want. And having the gratitude for being surrounded by spirit is going to be the first step. Yeah. First step to manifesting is gratitude. So thank you for watching. Thanks for coming in. Eileen, are you still, I see you over here. Eileen, if you want a card, if I'm glitchy, go to one of my other platforms, by the way. Good. I'm glad that made sense for you, Autumn. Oh, okay, cool. If as long as I can, you can see me over here. Oh, I see Ladora's in the house. Hi, friend. Self-love. In the pursuit of self-love, each thought is a step crafting the choreography of our destiny. Like a dancer who moves with intention and grace, our thoughts shape the stage of our existence, reminding us that thoughts are tangible things in the ballet of life. So be nice to yourself today, Eileen. Be nice to yourself. I feel like you kind of beat yourself up over things. I feel like you might be like verge of a perfectionist, maybe like all or nothing thinking, like, well, if I can't do it right, then I'm not going to do it at all. And I feel like you're being challenged to just love yourself, meaning like meet yourself where you are. Where are you in your journey? Accept where you are in your journey and understand that you can love exactly who you are. It's that whole concept of like, if you're trying to lose weight, you don't say, well, I'm going to buy new clothes once I get to my goal. No, you start buying yourself clothes along the journey. And just because you're not at your ideal size, you're still losing the weight and you're accepting yourself. You're accepting your physical self the way you are. And I feel like this is saying, accept your emotional self, accept who you are, your mind, body, and spirit. You are exactly where you need to be in the moment you need to be in, and love yourself so you can actually see the benefit of the journey you're on. There you go. Thoughts are things too. Oh, I'm glad I'm glad that's right on for you. Hey, Jen. Hey, you want a card? And oh, hi, BPM. You're still over there too. Cool. All right. Let me pull a card for Jen because I know she's going to say yes. Compassion. Don't beat people up. I'm kidding. Like a compassionate guide, meet others where they are on their spiritual path. In the understanding of diverse journeys, we weave the tapestry of unity, embracing the unique colors each soul brings to the shared quest for enlightenment. So I feel like, Jen, there's going to be some people around you. You're just like, are you fucking kidding me? Like, I feel like you're just going to be like, are you kidding me right now? And you are being called to have a little bit of compassion for them. Give them the grace that maybe they haven't earned, right? But yeah, so that's for you. So today your theme is compassion. Just check your energy when you start throwing hands. I'm just saying. You're so nice. I don't know that you would, but you might want to. Just don't. Have compassion for people and understand that their journey is very different than yours. And for whatever reason it may be, they're on a different journey, right? BPM, do you want a card? I think you're the last one that hasn't received one. Okay, let's see what you have. Does BPM need to know? Harmony within, like balanced chakras, opens the gates for spirit to flow freely through the essence of our being. Align the energy centers and let the symphony of your soul resonate in divine resonance, allowing the universe to dance through you with grace and purpose. I feel like today for you, yeah, it's not glitchy on the StreamYard. StreamYard's awesome, and the laptop gets a lot better signal. So for you, BPM, you're welcome, Jen. I feel like this is going similar to what April's message was earlier. Finding that alignment in your chakras, asking this. I also feel like you need to sit in silence for a little bit to recalibrate, rebalance, and ask for that alignment. And because I feel like things are just really scattered, and it is very scattered energy right now. SP, my friend, hello, love you. I'm going to come move in with you because I think I'm going to like your country better than mine right now. So anyway, BPM, I feel like take some time to recalibrate, rebalance, your energies today, and you're going to start seeing a little bit more clearly, because I feel like you're just very scattered, and we all are. Like, it's a global situation, right? Hey, Lisa, do you want fries with that? I got to say it, you guys. I got to say it today. There's always one that comes in and doesn't read the room or my intro. Ooh, I know, SP. All right. So anyway, how's everybody doing? All right, it is 11:15 where I am. You're welcome, BPM. Thank you for watching and subscribing and all the good things. So make sure you guys are subscribing to all my other channels, because this is a perfect example of when the Wi-Fi is not acting right on my phone, or when the phone's not getting good signal. It's much better to go through the streaming software. It seems to be more consistent, especially when I'm not at home. So, and I see Ladora over popping into the Instagram. Ladora, do you want a card, my friend? I know she does. I'm just going to be polite and wait for her to say yes. Actually, I'm just going to pull it because she can go back and watch it. Be like, Dora, I did a thing for you. Hi, Cherry Blossom. All right. Oh, and also, Lisa, yes, he muted you for 5 seconds just to get that out of there, because my scammers will come find you. They're watching and they'll come find you, and they'll pretend to be me with a fake account. So it just removes your comment, but you are welcome now at this point to comment, and that's okay. And welcome in. Make sure you're following me. Okay. Jen. Wait, who's that doing? Ladora. I think, well, she hasn't responded, but I'm going to pull one anyway, so she can walk. Ladora. Grace. Grace is your card today, Ladora. Grace flows where angels dance in a celestial waltz of healing light. Their steps a gentle whisper, mending souls and uplifting spirits with a tender touch of serenity. In this divine embrace, we find the strength to extend grace and forgiveness to others and ourselves, creating a harmonious symphony of compassion and renewal. Ladora, you're gonna have to have some grace for people that may not have earned it. I think today's gonna be a day for you. So just remember that when somebody comes at you and you're just like, ooh, give them grace and understand that they are in a very different place than you. And that is okay. It's part of their journey. And okay, good. Good. Well, Grace is your card today. And I don't mean like from Grace. She passed. Lucas is on it. I was just getting ready to say that. She passed away 30 years ago. So yeah. So if you're in TikTok and it's super glitchy, feel free to go to one of my other platforms. I'm bouncing all over the place doing readings for people. So, all right. Cherry Blossom, would you like a card? If you want a card, drop a palm tree, by the way. We're doing palm trees. Hi, Brianna. I see you over there. Mm-mm-mm. It is a little bit delayed. Okay, so maybe, Ladora, they're saying retroactively you need to have grace for people, even if you want to like boot them. All right. Cherry, sacral chakra, ooh la la, linked to the creativity and sensuality, enhances our expressive power. It deepens spiritual connection while bringing emotional release, joy, and inner harmony through fluid movement and passionate energy. I just love this card because, well, this is why. So Cherry Blossom, I'm going to need you to go do some fun stuff today. Tap into, okay, awesome, SP. Let me know if you want a card. I know, right? I feel like I feel like I'm hearing listen to that gut, and I want you to like get in there and be expressive and be creative and tap into that side of yourself, because I feel like you denied yourself that. It's okay for us women to be sensual. It's okay for us to be spicy. It's okay for us to be creative in a whole new way. And I feel like spirit's like, enjoy that side of yourself. It's a gift as humans to have that side. So that could be a fun day for you. Oh, hi Rocco, thank you. All right, SP, let's get you a card too. Interesting. So guys, if I'm really glitchy on TikTok, you might go, "Hi Tammy, how are you?" I always say Rocco just because that's what I see on the screen. Um, so I'm pulling cards just randomly for people. I'm only going to be on a few more minutes. I've been on for like an hour and a half now, hour and 20 minutes. And then, I see you, Ashley. Okay. SP, let's see. What does SP need to know today? Or Sarah? Cycles. The cycles of the moon are like a mirror to the soul, revealing hidden truths. As it transitions from darkness to light, we uncover the layers of our inner being, illuminating the secrets we hold within. In this celestial dance, each phase of the moon resonates with our spirit's rhythmic flow, guiding us through the steps of self discovery and enlightenment. I feel like right now, SP, you are actually in the process of kind of reevaluating the cycles. You're seeing some things repeat, right? You're seeing things just kind of in a cycle, and you're like, wait, I need to break something. There's some cycle that you need to break. And I feel like spirit's kind of bringing that to your forefront right now. And I also feel like the next couple, like as we're moving into the new moon energy, I feel like there's some things you're trying to get rid of. You got to get rid of, and this is a clearing out of energy for you. And it's like you keep bringing the same energy into a situation and it's not working for you. So SP, recognize the cycles that you are doing, and start and just pay attention. Just kind of do a little self reflection and see if you're repeating the cycles. And and I feel like there's going to be some clarity come, and like once you see it, you're going to be like, oh, this totally, yeah, okay, that makes sense. SP, like you and I are both busted right now. Isn't that crazy? I should just come to Scotland to heal. That's what I should do. But also, it's cold there, or you could come here. You could just come here. I think that might be a good idea. It's warm here. So, all right, let's see. We'll do Tammy and Ashley. Tammy, then Ashley. All right, Tammy. What does Tammy need to know? Root chakra. I miss Cantu. Root chakra. The root chakra, grounded in stability, is mirrored in modern dance. Its powerful movements anchor the spiritual journey, fostering strength and a deep connection to the earth and self. I feel like for you, Tammy, getting a feeling of safety is important for you. And I feel like surrounding yourself with people that keep you grounded and feeling safe. And I want you, when you're feeling like scattered and like, oh, I want you to bring yourself back. And I want you to imagine roots growing from the bottom underneath side of your body into the ground, all the way to the core of the earth energy. And imagine all that energy coming up in through your body and you embodying that energy from the center of the earth, that molten lava, that feeling of okay, empowerment. And I feel safe. Because I feel like there's something about you needing to feel safe. And I feel like Gaia, the Gaia energy, that Gaia Earth, Mother Earth energy, pull it in and embody it and embrace it. And it'll give you a sense of empowerment today. If you can do that, I'm seriously, you will feel empowered. But also, I know you're going through some stuff because you're in SoCal, right? And yeah, pull in that earth energy and that feeling of safety. And it'll give you clarity. Our collective card earlier, you missed it, is the crown chakra. So for you, you're working from head to toe today. Okay. Good morning, Billy. Working head to toe today. Yes, you come to me, SP. I'm here till Saturday. Get the next plane out. You're welcome. All right, Ashley, are you still around over on TikTok? You still over on TikTok? I saw you dropping the palm trees. Hopefully she. Oh, yay, good. All right, here we go. What does Ashley need? Forgiveness. Ooh, I got like a wash of forgiveness, because it's not that you're just forgiving someone else. You're trying to forgive yourself. You're trying to forgive someone for yourself. Forgiveness. Inner peace arises from forgiving oneself and others. A soulful dance towards compassion, releasing burdens for serene grace. Okay, that's funny because we pulled compassion, release, and grace, and all three of you are still in the chat over on Instagram. I'm just saying, there's a sign of confirmation for you all. So I feel like it's really important, Ashley, for you to find forgiveness for someone else so you can heal. I feel like that's something that's been weighing on your heart. You've been trying to, and I feel like it might even be someone that's not here anymore, that you've had to. They're reminding me of when my dad died. I wasn't sad that my dad died. Hi, Daniel. Oh, I know it is. That's why I'm telling people mostly to go to my other channels, because it's really bad. I'm on an island, so my phone's not getting good reception. But I feel like, Ashley, I'm seeing the situation like when my dad died. I wasn't mad that he died. I was mad that he never made the effort to fix it and make it right before he died. So I feel like it's really important. I hope that makes sense for you, Ashley. There's some forgiveness that has to happen, or there's something that you're not able to forgive someone, or you're not able to ask them to apologize. There's an energy of you not being able to get what you need from someone, and you're going to have to find forgiveness in order to heal from that. So I hope that made sense. And I hope you find that today. I hope you find that peace and understanding that this forgiveness is a journey. Forgiveness is not just an overnight decision. How long after a loved one passes can they be channeled? Depends on the sitter. When the sitter's ready. Spirit can do it whenever. There is a learning curve. But like my grandma, she came through right away. My dad tried to come through right away, but through somebody else. They'll get messages to us right away if they need to. You're welcome, Ashley. Thanks for watching, and thanks for being a subscriber, or not subscriber, follower. Lucas, you're ready to be someplace warm too. There we go, Daniel. Yay, you can hear me now. Good. So I feel like you can hear them right away, but it also depends on the person who is the sitter, needing when they can feel it, or when it's appropriate for them to feel or to get those signs. A lot of times our loved ones will come through with signs to let us know they're okay, but not necessarily come through a medium, because the sitter's not necessarily ready to hear from them, right? So it all really depends on the situation. And John Edward talks about this. He's a medium, and he didn't hear from his mom. Like, he's always known he was a medium. He was born with it. He did not hear from his mother until 10 years after she passed. 10 years. He was a teenager when she passed. 10 years. And this is what he does. This is what he's known for, right? and I feel like it all depends on what the journey is. So, oh, hi, Elizabeth. Welcome over. So I'm glad you're here. TikTok's super glitchy because it's my phone. I really wish I could stream TikTok through StreamYard so I could just have like one camera to look at. My front porch light has never flickered, and when I feel the saddest at night since it happened Monday, the porch light flickers like crazy, then stops. Just say hi. My paternal grandmother comes through by turning lights out, like out in the wild, and I'll be like, "Oh, hi, Nana." I always say hi, Nana, when the lights do that, because I know it's her. So, yeah, kind of cool. Yeah. All right. All these people are wandering out in the wild, so I know their meeting is over. I'm surprised my husband hasn't shown up yet. Yeah. So like you can do that, you can ask for those signs and then ask again and be like, can you confirm that? No, don't apologize. You're right. It was a great question to ask. I think people don't understand necessarily how it works. Like, we don't even always understand how it works. And we as mediums, we function from what we know based on our own experiences, right? Um, so our experiences are going to be different based on what our lessons need to be. So anyway, all right. It is 11:30 my time here on the island. And I am going to go ahead and head out because I do want to get by the pool. I haven't even been on the beach yet. I've not been on the beach yet because my knee was bugging me and I didn't want to be out on the beach like with all the sand. Um, so I am going to go. My knee's feeling pretty good today. I'm going to get on the beach for a little bit, go for a walk, enjoy this amazing weather. And then I've got the tour in an hour and a half, but I also need to go get some food. I've not eaten. So I want to get a little bit of food in me. It's going to be awesome. And yeah, so I hope you all have a fantastic day. Thanks for hanging out today. And sorry about the tick glitchiness. You're welcome, Shelly. And anytime. I'm glad. I feel like I was able to get cards for pretty much. Oh, wait, Daniel, hold on. I'm going to pull a random card for Daniel because Daniel showed up. And that way I could say I got everybody covered. I'm pretty sure. And Miss Cantrue. I'm sorry. I didn't get you. Flow, Daniel, you got to live in the flow, dude. You got to live in the flow. I feel like your ancestors are talking to you. And you just said that you're catching the light streaks and the phantom smells. Those are your ancestors coming through. Listen to what they have to say. I feel like they're trying to talk to you right now. They're giving you some guidance. You're welcome, SP. And then Miss Cantu, what do you get? Divine balance. Divine balance for Miss Cantu. I feel like you're trying to balance your divine feminine and masculine today. I feel like if you're feeling super aggressive, I feel like you need to step back and go, how do I let this flow through? How do I find, and then vice versa. Oh, am I being too nice today? How do I step in and pull in my king energy, right? How do I feel that masculine energy? I feel like take some time to find that balance today. So good morning. Good morning. So I'm going to take off though. Sorry, you're just getting here, Outlaw Josie. I'm sorry, but I got to take off. I'm going to go be in this beautifully. As you can see in my reflection, I'm not home. I'm in a great location. I'm going to go on my Alexander Hamilton historical tour. I'm so excited. Alexander Hamilton. I am not throwing away my shot. And if you all have ability to go watch that musical, go watch it today. Go watch it today or listen to the soundtrack. Let it inspire you because it is amazing. And there's a big message in there. Big message in there. I love you too. Oh, right. Daniel, you're right. You guys are cold down there. Cold. Yeah. Cold. It gives a whole new meaning to when hell freezes over, right? So where it's normally hot, you are now frozen. So, all right, I got to go. So, and thanks for popping in. Thanks for following me. Make sure you're following me on all my things. If you're interested in a reading, a one-on-one reading, please go check it out. Check it out. Oh, Matt's messaging me and he's busting through on my messaging. So, all right. I know, right, Daniel? Never fails. I'm always. So, all right, friends, I got to go. Have a fantastic day, and I will see you for sure next Thursday, but probably sooner. Who knows? Not sure yet. We'll see. Mwah, mwah, mwah. Have a fantastic day, everybody.